Going out the door a little late. How are your windowsill tomatoes doing? Mine are fine, thank you. Because I wanted to wait until we had some sunshine because it's so pretty here when you get some sunshine. You gotta bring your geraniums in. These ones just barely survived. Turns out that yesterday we did get to 32 in Hyannis. That happened right before the sun came up. Sometimes you cool off dramatically right at sunrise if you're calm. And we did go calm yesterday, even though during the afternoon we were gusting past 25 miles per hour. You'll see that a little bit. We were on Nantucket Sound. That's Fallon's Pond, beautiful Bass River. And the crows pointed toward the northwest. But overall, the reason for the nice weather right now and for today and tomorrow is a big blue H. Up and down the East Coast. We are setting a few more record cold temperatures this morning up and down the East Coast. This is what, the fourth morning in a row with record low. But on the backside of the high, you're going to warm up nicely. Temperatures today should crack 60. And then tomorrow, a few spots may get to near 70. The big blue H. Sinking air and blue sky. Nice day tomorrow. Probably be a chilly start once again. Looks like my neighbors have the heat on in the fireplace. Who can blame them? I have the heat on inside the house, but not the fireplace. I want to go see what's going on in the backyard. So it's leaf fall season, but we have more still up in the trees than down on the ground. If you have your mower guy or you're mowing, you're doing more vacuuming of leaves, I think, than cutting grass. Squirrel! I'm trying to get on the side of the house because neighbor's dog is kind of loud this morning. I miss T-Rex. He'll be back tomorrow morning, or I'll be back. He'll still be where he is. So there's my Cape Cod worm farm. All right, enough of this. The weather. All right, I talked about the big blue H's. Well, there's also red L's, and there's a major shift in the weather pattern happening in North America. This cold upper level low is lifting out of the east, and there's a new one digging into the west. And by the time we get to Sunday morning, look at the size of that snowstorm happening in the Rockies north into Canada. That's massive. Even some thunder snow there forecast for Colorado and the higher elevation Sunday morning as the cold front comes in. It's a huge pattern shift, and the models are not handling it well. Take what happens. Well, let's first go to New England. I think Sunday is mostly nice. High clouds will be thickening and lowering. It may end up wet at the south coast before the day is done. Here's Boston shown from the Euro. So we're going to try and use the Euro because it was first with letting us know that there was going to be this Monday system. And it looks like we may end up with inches of rain. And like I said, trying to figure out where that's going to happen. It's like throwing a dartboard, but following the Blue Jay. Friend John and Stephanie Lowell are going to shuck some oysters in Richmond out there in the view of the Berkshires. Anyhow, he said, are there more Blue Jays this year than there have been? I said, I don't know. It seems like there's a lot of them. Yeah. So I think you do get away with a nice Sunday, especially in the Berkshires, where the trees are mostly barren now. But we have beautiful foliage coming right into the Boston area, and it looks like a pretty nice weekend. Then wet off and on Monday and Tuesday, and the plot really thickens for Wednesday. This is what I wanted to get to. Yesterday morning, I showed the map from the Euro from the Wednesday evening run, and it showed a 968 low over Hudson Bay. We'll look at that same model for the same time now. Very weak low pressure up in central Canada, and a stronger low right over the central plains of the United States, infused with some energy from what is Tropical Storm Roslyn off the south coast of Mexico. Once again, like we saw with Julia, we're going to have some tropical moisture come into a trough, weakening as it comes across the east, so it shouldn't be anything like what we had last week, but it does raise the stakes. And also on that Wednesday map, look south of Nantucket. There's another potential, almost tropical system coming sort of northwestward. So you have a system coming at us from the Central Plains and a system coming at us from the southeast. So all bets are off for next week. It's a really low confidence forecast. There's a hole there. That's from the October storm of last year. And if you look at the far long range right now, the second half of October is usually pretty unsettled, we'll say. But right now, the guidance is quiet for Halloween. But like I said, it's a very low confidence forecast headed just the next 7 days. So Halloween's going to change a million times. All right, I'll leave you with impatiens that are gorgeous. Impatiens are the first to go in a frost. What we're getting when we mow your lawn. And also TK making friends with a Monarch butterfly. How did that go? What are these gorgeous flowers?
They're impatiens.
Impatiens. The impatiens are the first ones to go if there's a frost, I think.
Is it?
So I guess we haven't had a frost here on the south side of Cape Cod. It was a good blow last week. The wind did end up going past 50 miles an hour. Gorgeous. What day was that? A week ago? Oh yeah. That's the kind of noise I like. We can see the ocean effect clouds with the colder air coming in from the southwest.
Hey.
Is this the camera that sent me the too bright video? What kind of camera you got there? It's an iPhone 13. Anybody know how to turn off the HDR on the iPhone 13? Because we're all ears. I was just walking down here to do a little trimming. Seriously, how fast do you walk? 3-4 miles an hour? Thank you. No, seriously. All right, now I'm really gonna try and pick up the pace a little bit. I'm in work boots. 5, come on. I was going faster that time. Plenty more leaves to go. When you're mowing though, this time of year, you're doing as much vacuuming of leaves as you are of cutting of blades of grass. Makes for awesome worm chow. Compost. I think this is going to the Eldridge farm. Getting kind of late in the season for that long flight to Mexico, isn't it? You fueling up? He's flown away like 3 times and come back every time. Loves the marigolds. Is it fashion? Function. I thought we liked each other. This is trying to get away from me. Flies up there, goes around in a few circles, and comes back eventually. I'm like a little kid chasing a butterfly. Not just any butterfly. A monarch. What he can do in the mountains of Mexico with his friends any minute. Gotta fuel up though, right? You think I can grab him? I wouldn't grab him. He's supposed to go to Mexico. He was booked on a flight last week.
Yeah, I know.
So he's been up over that house, around the block, just over your head, bounced off the front of that house, and keeps coming back.
Yeah.
So fun.
When you went away, I'm back
Did
and
you
forth.
see
I'm
him?
like, you came back. Don't touch me, though.
It's these marigolds. Just can't live without them.